There's Ramblin' Rosie out on a hike on the Flatirons Trail, the Meadow Trail. Her and this robin are checking each other out while he's taking off. Okay, gonna learn a little bit more about this area here in just a second. Beautiful day, absolutely gorgeous day at the Flatirons. All right, Rosie, you want to keep moving? We keep moving. Whew. This is Suzy with Discover Boulder Tours, and not giving a tour today, but hiking the Flatirons. You can see Flatiron number 1 right behind me. It's also called Sunrise Flatiron. In the mornings, you'll see that the Flatiron number 1, it reflects the sun off of it and it will light up like it's on fire. We're about 45 minutes west of Denver, right off the baseline. The Flatirons is a park that's managed by the City of Boulder Open Space and Mountain Parks. It has 11 trails. I've only done about 4. Behind us, okay, that's Gregory Trail right there. I'm on a meadow trail that heads into Gregory Trail. And behind us is one of my favorite trails. And it's called Mount Sanitas. It's directly behind us. But Mount Sanitas, and a lot of people are going to go, why is she calling it Sanitas? Because Sanitas is the original name. A lot of people in Boulder call it Sanitas, believing that it's a Native American name. It is not. It was named in 1894 by John Harvey Kellogg of Battle Creek, Michigan. Sanitas pronunciation means health in Latin. And he created the first sanitarium in Boulder in 1894 at the base of Mount Sanitas. And I'm going to do a vlog on that, so we'll get a lot more history about that, and I also talk about it on my tours as well. I'm going to talk about something unusual that happened on this trail on November 1st of 1995. So people who take my tour know that I am a big goofball, and I love everything paranormal, unusual, weird. I've seen a lot of weird stuff and it just fascinates me. Why? What's going on out there? What I'm going to tell you is about a Bigfoot sighting on Chautauqua. November 1st, 1995, a CU Boulder student was getting a break from his studies. He came up this trail right here, was walking along, got to these trees right here when he heard a commotion coming down the hill behind him. He looked over, and about to where those pine trees are, he saw what he described as a very large, hairy man. A massive man with a small bullet-shaped head. The creature, the hairy man, heard him. They looked at each other for about 15 seconds, and then the creature went off into the trees, those pine trees right there where that man is coming up right there. Believe it if you want to, don't believe it if you don't want to. What did the biology student see? But no judgment. Okay, real quick, one thing I wanted to mention while we're hiking along, on my website, at the bottom, you're going to see history and nature hikes. So a friend of mine, Suzanne and Michaud, she gives history and nature hikes of Chautauqua and the Flatirons. They're amazing. She's an amazing tour guide. I've been on her tour. She'll take you to a rock that has a signature on it that dates back, I think, late 1850s, 1860s. And it was a man who was marking his land there. And hundreds of people probably would walk past it a day and don't know it's there. She'll show it to you. It's super cool. She'll take you to an old homestead and tell you the story of the man who lived there. She'll talk about wildlife sightings here at Chautauqua and Flatirons. Oh, and by the way, the bears are out of hibernation. They're very active. We're getting sightings up here and mountain lion sightings. So be bear aware when you're walking along. And I mentioned Chautauqua a lot. I'm actually going to do a whole vlog about Chautauqua and talk about the history of Chautauqua. It is just east of us. Stay tuned for that. This mountain right here is called Flagstaff Mountain. There's a big amphitheater up there. It's gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous. People get married up there. Different celebrations. They have sunrise services up there. Beautiful. So it's off of Baseline. That's Baseline. Hear that? Right there. That's Baseline. And if you take it all the way west, I'm going to take you to Flagstaff. Cool. I also wanted to say about Suzanne Michaud's tours. She's not going to talk about Bigfoot. That's me. I like the stuff like that. Suzanne, she's going to talk about the flora, the fauna, the history, the wildlife. I told you about the cool wildlife. So yeah, check her out on my website. She's at the bottom, Nature and History Hikes. She's not affiliated with Discover Boulder Tours at all. I just love her tour. I've taken it. She's a fantastic tour guide and I wanted to support her. So thank you, Suzanne. Discover Boulder.